Bismillah. Peace. I see you in the building, Jasmine. Let's wait for some more people to come in. I realized like 15 minutes before the start of this that oh, whoops. Oh, there we go. It was playing on my laptop. But I realized that I had put the wrong date for the live. I put tomorrow. And I was like, oh no, is that what everybody thinks I'm doing? But I figured you guys know I do this on Wednesdays. So, but fortunately, with 10 minutes left, I changed it. So I don't know how it notifies you all. Like, does it notify y'all when I make changes to your emails? I'm really unsure of how it goes. But in any case, welcome to Zewdy's Zen Zone. I am the curator of the Zen Zewdy. And if this is your first time here, you're welcome to be here, and I'm happy to have you. And for those of you who have been entering Zewdy's Zen Zone every week, welcome back. Have different topics and questions that I would like to discuss with you all. But before we get started with that, let us give thanks. Oh, Almighty God, Allah, we thank you for the opportunity to experience and witness your marvelous creation, and for allowing us to connect for a higher purpose, rising above the chaos of this wicked world. May you bless us to find balance, be uplifted, and attain groundedness. In your holy and righteous name we pray. Ameen. Peace and blessings once again. I'm feeling really good today. I've been striving to make all my prayers, and I made Asr prayer not too long ago, and I'm just feeling very uplifted. Praise be to Allah. And before I get started with the topics and things, how is everybody doing? How has your week been since we last got together? And for those of you who may be new, how are you? What's going on in your world? How are you navigating? The Wi-Fi's not working? Are we having a connection issue? Praise be to Allah, Jasmine. Is everybody, well, is anybody else having an issue with the connection? Okay, praise Allah. Great. And I'm happy to know that you are also feeling uplifted. So before we get started on the topics, I wanted to shout out two companies by fellow Muslim sisters. So this beautiful silk scarf that I'm wearing is by the company ASM19. I wish that I had like the business card or something like that to make it easier for you all, but a lot of people liked that gold scarf I wore. I think I might have worn it twice in the Zen Zone, and I did a photo shoot on my birthday, July 4th, with that scarf. It's from the same company. The same sister sells them, and they're so beautiful. And you can't really see from this angle, but I wanted to accessorize just like matching the scarf. I have a plain black top, and I got this copper with labradorite, which is this very beautiful iridescent stone. And I've got copper rings on, and this one is a aqua aura quartz, and this is magnetite. So yeah, you know, if you're interested in these beautiful scarves, asm19.com, and you can also follow them at asm19 on Instagram, and you can see different sisters wearing the scarves and other things that they sell. The second thing I want to share with you all is, excuse me, in my teacup, it is this lovely tea by a wonderful sister, Allison Muhammad. And this is her tea. You can see that. Um, yeah, it's so good. And what it says right here, nurture your inner goddess with this sacred organic jasmine blend. Oh, thank you, Jasmine. Sacred organic jasmine blend enhanced with mystical crystals and healing downloads for overall feminine health and sensuality. And I love drinking this tea. When I drink this tea, I do feel supported. I feel divinely supported. I feel femininely supported. And Sister Allison, she's just such a beautiful sister. And if you are interested in purchasing the tea for yourself or looking into other things that she does, this is her website, AllisonMuhammad.com, and these are her social media pages where you can follow her and see what else she's got going on. Another thing I want to mention about Sister Allison is that next Tuesday I will be on her show on Facebook. And I'm really excited because I'll be joined with other Muslim sisters from various aspects, various walks of life, just sharing our journey and things like that. And I'm just really honored and excited to be a guest on her show. And if you look her up, Allison Muhammad on Facebook, you'll find her. And I will also share when she goes live Tuesday at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will share it to my Facebook page, Zewdy, so that it'll make it easier for you to find her page, and then you'll see the video. So yeah, this tea is so good. It's got jasmine, raspberry, red clover, lemongrass, cinnamon, and it's just so good. It's so relaxing. And some people might think I'm crazy for drinking tea in the summertime, but I love warm beverages. Like I prefer warm beverages over cold. I understand that cold beverages can be very refreshing, especially in the summer months and when you're outside sweating and stuff like that. And it's not that I don't enjoy that, I do, but warm beverages are my preference, and they're very comforting. And like just drinking it, it just feels good going down, and then you feel that warm sensation in your belly. It's like, so zen. Okay, I see people talking. Let me see if I can see y'all from my computer. I've been trying to do it like that, but I need extension cords to make things a little easier. All right. Okay, I see more people in the building. Peace, Mike. Peace, R2D2 Arsenal. And Jalissa Moreland. Hey, sis, I'm late. I had to pick up the kids from school, but how are you? I'm doing fine. You're right on time. I'm on the website? Oh my gosh. Yeah, you're right on time. We're just getting started, just doing a little intro. I was shouting out these two businesses, ASM 19, where I got my scarf, and this tea. And you can get that here. All right. So, the first question that I want to read to you all, I thought was a really good question. I thought it was deep and something for all of us to think about and consider. And I'm going to read it as the brother who asked it, and then I'll just answer it as honestly as I can. So this is what he said. He asks, how important is social acknowledgement to you as an individual? Like, we as a people do things that are often spontaneous to help out random strangers we come across and so on, but I know me particularly, the brother, I don't like getting appraisal or fame or acknowledgement for those things. If I do kind things, I usually prefer to be the guy in the shadows lending a helping hand, because it is fulfilling to me knowing I was kind to my neighbor and making them have a smoother day, chipping away possibly difficult days' issues anonymously. But there are others who would obviously only lend a hand if it benefits them socially. Some only for the fame, some to gain rewards monetarily or otherwise, and some to hold it over your head. But how important is it really in your perspective? So, yeah, I think that's a great question. And honestly, I don't care for the social aspect of that sort of thing. The only reason that I would even want to be famous for anything, and honestly, this is why I wanted to be famous in the first place as a child, was to be able to use that influence and power to help people and to inspire people. So I want to first and foremost do whatever it is that is pleasing to God first. And I know that God is pleased when I'm able to help people, however I can. And that is satisfying to me as well. Knowing that I've helped someone is a very gratifying, satisfying, as well as a humbling thing. I know that some people do it for show. Some people brag and boast about helping people, and that is vanity. You know, some people help others seeking some type of gain, whether it's monetary, whether it's, like you said, appraisal or a recognition, and those type of things. And from my perspective, that's not the right way to go about things, or it's not really a pure intention. Um, like I said, the only reason I would even want to be recognized is so that I could inspire somebody else to do the same, or to do something like that in their own life. Um, yeah. What about you all? Um, be honest about that sort of thing. And some people feel like when they get the appraisal, when they get noticed or recognized for doing good things, um, it's not bad to be recognized for those things, but to do it for that purpose, you see where there's some I can't think of the word, but if I were to be recognized or known for anything, I would like to be known as someone whose life whose life work was and is a labor of love, in service to God and his people. Uh, that's what I want to do, no matter what it is, whether it's singing songs, whether it's whatever it is that I intend to do with my life and with the gifts and whatever blessings that God has bestowed upon my life. I really want to use it for his glory. And if I'm recognized for that, and if it's, I want to help, but not to be recognized by men, not to be seen of men or women, you know what I mean? Not for that purpose. But, there's positive, potentially positive outcomes that can occur from being recognized for doing good things. As I said earlier, inspiring others to do it. But I don't do it for that purpose. I don't help for recognition. I don't help for some kind of gain. And no matter what, whenever I do something out of the kindness of my heart, with whatever means I have, Allah always blesses me. Always. He blesses me in so many ways that the public may never see and never know. And maybe it's not for the public to know. And that is perfectly fine, because when Allah blesses me for helping others, it's an indication that I am doing a good thing, I'm doing the right thing, and that He is pleased with what I'm doing and what I've done. And that is the most recognition I could ever need. You feel what I'm saying? Recognition from God. Yeah. Whew. I just started to get a little emotional because I just think about, you know, how blessed I am. And I'm so grateful. And that reminds me of something that we spoke about, I think maybe 2 episodes ago. Something that I want to remind us all for and about is the importance of gratitude, gratitude and appreciation, and being at peace with where you are now. It's so key. It doesn't mean that you don't want more or that you may not be eager for more. You can be those things at the same time. You can be thankful and appreciative of how far you've come and the present moment, while simultaneously seeking more out of life, because that's life goes on, you know. It doesn't mean that you're complacent, but to be content, to be at peace with where you are is a great thing. When you're not at peace and you're so upset or disappointed with where you are, your focus oftentimes will be off. It'll be focused on the negative, focused on the things that you don't want. And when that happens, it takes an even longer time for you to come around to the things that you actually do want. So I just wanted to reiterate that, to do what you can to make sure that you are at peace with where you are. You're thankful to your Creator for the present moment. And that will make things easier to move forward and progress in life. And I bear witness to that because, I mean, when I was so unhappy with where I was, to the point where I couldn't even really see like myself moving forward, it really kept me stuck and stagnant in that negative space and place. But it wasn't until, even though I was, you know, I wasn't where I wanted to be, I started to be more mindful and grateful for where I was and how far I had come. Then God just started blessing me and showing me how to move forward. It was like I would get ideas that would drop into my mind that I just felt like boom, like it would be like impulses, like, oh, do this. And I would do it. And it started to help me to move forward. And I know it was from God because of the law of attraction and the law of cause and effect. You know, so Alhamdulillah is right. All right, y'all. Okay. Next. So one of my dear younger sisters gave me a lot of things to think about. And, you know, she had been thinking about God, about Allah, about prayer. And I want to say that prayer is important and beneficial is such an understatement. I'm not wise enough or deep enough to explain or express just how powerful and beneficial and vital prayer is to a believer and someone who seeks to grow closer to God. But what I can tell you is that prayer is real. The power of prayer is real. And I bear witness to that power in my life because I remember my life when I did not pray at all, ever, even when in times of trouble, and how much distress I was in. And now that I'm someone who prays, I find comfort even in those times where I'm not really settled. When I pray, I feel comforted, I feel supported, and Allah always answers. You just have to be patient and grateful and mindful to be aware of when and how He will answer, because I always expect that He will answer, and He does. And, I've told my story here and there about how I came to Islam, and it was through a prayer, through the first time I had ever prayed in my life. You know, I was just not, I knew that there was more. I knew that God was real, and I desperately wanted to know Him. And I prayed so sincerely. I prayed, and asked Him to show me who He is. And man, when I say He showed me, I wouldn't be here today. I wouldn't have the peace that I have today had I not made that prayer and started on my journey 7 years ago. Another example of the power of prayer and really just trusting God, trusting Allah. So, this was maybe 6 years ago. No, actually, not that long ago. 4 years ago, right? I was looking for work because I wasn't signed to the label anymore, and I needed money, to support myself. And so I was at a homegirl's job, which was a restaurant. And they were hiring, they were looking for another server. And so I talked to the lady that was running the restaurant. But in order to be a server, I also would have to be a bartender. And I was like, oh, I can't do that. I'm Muslim. I don't want to deal with alcohol. And she was just saying, if you're gonna work this job, it's a 2-in-1 deal. You have to. And I went and sat down. I was at my computer, which I would bring with me everywhere. And I was just like, wow, like, dang, like I could have got this job easily, but I would have to sacrifice a principle, compromise a principle. And so I prayed real quick right there, and I just told Allah, like, I'm gonna trust in you because I believe that your promise is true and your word is bond. And so I'm not going to compromise this principle. We don't deal with alcohol. I don't want to serve alcohol to our people. So I'm going to decline this job because I believe that you are sufficient, Allah. So I finished praying, and I went to the lady and I told her I appreciate the opportunity, but I'll have to respectfully decline because I will not serve alcohol. I will not deal with alcohol. And she was like, okay, that's fine. I kid you not, less than 5 minutes later, I'm back on my computer and I'm checking my email, and I get a paid offer to perform at a college in the next month. And I I just said, all praise is due to Allah. Like, I know that was you, God. Like, I know. And because I believed, because I relied on you instead of compromising a principle, I was blessed with that opportunity. Whew, that was like such a boost in my journey, in my confidence, in my trust in Allah, you know? Because then, I still would consider myself a new believer. I'm 30 and I didn't start really believing in God until I was, 22 going on 23. Before that, I didn't have God. I didn't believe. I didn't pray. I tried to be a good person as best as I knew how, and as strong as I could be. But Islam, man, ooh, the power of prayer. And the thing about prayer is, well, there are many things about prayer, but I'm just gonna speak from my perspective, my understanding of it, and my experience. When I'm more consistent in my prayers, I see that I think a lot more clearly. I can focus with clarity, and I feel that I can really manage and handle my day a lot more, just with a lot more precision than if I don't pray. Because prayer really is the remembrance of Allah. So even in addition to the 5 daily prayers that we as Muslims perform, keeping Allah in your mind throughout the day, that is prayer as well. Consulting with the God when you have decisions to make, and maybe you don't have an opportunity to go away and make dua like that or make salat, but to consult with God wherever and whenever. You know what I'm saying? Um, I feel like my days go a whole lot better when I'm really consistent in my prayers. And this wall tapestry behind me is the opening of the Quran, Al-Fatiha. And I've mentioned this before in earlier episodes, but during Ramadan, I was practicing Al-Fatiha in Arabic, and by the night of power or the night of majesty, I had it down, I had it memorized. My pronunciation might not be perfect because I don't speak Arabic, but I memorized it, and I was so happy, and thanking Allah for helping me and guiding me. And I bought this for myself as a gift, um, for that, for the fast and for learning Al-Fatiha. And ever since I've learned it, I pray in my dreams. Like, I pray Al-Fatiha in my dreams very often. And I don't really know what all that means, but it feels pretty deep, to be honest. Okay, so this is still on a similar topic, but my sister asked, or something she had been thinking about is how to stop sinning. And I thought that was a great topic and question. All of us fall short of the glory of God. All of us. We all make bad decisions from time to time. And a sin is really something that we do that goes against our nature, because we are taught in the teachings of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad that our nature is righteousness. We are Muslims by nature, and a Muslim is one who submits their will to do the will of God. And so I would say that to stop sinning, or to sin less, is to learn to love righteousness so much, genuinely, and to love the truth, and to learn why righteousness is supreme, going after that. Why, we all know that good is good, but why should we love good and hate evil? um, I would say that is something that would help strengthen you and me and all of us to stop sinning or to sin less. You know, I want to be pleasing to Allah first. And I know that in being pleasing to Allah, like Allah wants good for us. Allah wants us to have success in our lives. And so the things that we are given to do and the things that we are told to stay away from and to not do, that we're prohibited from, it's protection. When we sin, we're going against our nature and we are doing something that can potentially harm us. If we sin and it may be offensive to Allah, but it ain't hurting Allah, like it's not, nothing that we do can hurt Allah in the slightest. You know what I'm saying? Like Allah is the omniscient, the omnipotent, and nothing that we do can affect Allah. It's really for us to strive to do right, to do good, and to stay away from evil and sin is for us. It's for our benefit. And oftentimes we do things that we want to do, and it's out of our ignorance or vanity. When we want to do something that isn't right, it's also because of weakness. So we need to strengthen ourselves spiritually, and to do that, prayer is definitely key. I find that when I'm very on my deen, when I'm prayerful and studying the word of Allah, I'm so much more inclined to right, to goodness, you know. But when I'm off, when I'm not studying the word of God, when I'm not making my prayers, then I'm more susceptible to the weakness in me, the weakness of your flesh. You know what I'm saying? So I hope that helped, my dear sister. Because I am in no way speaking from a place of mastery. I have not mastered that, okay? As I said, I be falling short from the glory of God often. But I'm so thankful for his mercy, because, whew, what a merciful God we serve. There's so many times where things could have ended up much worse for me in my life, but it's only by the grace and mercy of Allah that I'm still here before you and living to tell my story so far. So I'm really thankful and grateful for him and his mercy and the opportunity to get it right. Every day is another opportunity, another chance to do better than the day before. And you know, we should all be desiring and striving to be better versions of ourselves every day. Whether or not you're a Muslim, that's just, you know, it's what will perpetuate the evolution and elevation of our world. And it starts with self-improvement is the basis for community development. But that's how it goes, because if all of these selves are improving, then what does that look like collectively? You know what I'm saying? All right, let me see. After Twilight said, "Can you please recite Al-Fatiha for us?" Maybe I will. Don't make fun of my accent, okay? Um, 100 bar. Oh man, you told me how to say it last week. Salam, salam, beloved. I apologize for not remembering. White Fang 402 says, "Having strong faith takes dedication, but fortunately, it often rewards in the most unexpected yet necessary times." Ooh, true indeed, God. True indeed. Daryl says, "Love the background." Thank you. Praise be to Allah. I'm working on my sacred space, and that is where I am right now. It's under construction, but I just hung this up a couple days ago, and I'm very pleased with it. I'm very happy. And I don't know if you were in here when I mentioned it earlier, but it was a gift to myself after Ramadan for learning and memorizing Al-Fatiha in Arabic. So maybe I will. Oh gosh, I feel nervous to recite it. I haven't been practicing it like melodically. I've just been saying it. I've been reciting it, but not with like a musical, uh, you know, tone or cadence or anything. Leslie says, "Hi, Zewdy." Hi, Leslie. Welcome back to Zewdy Zen Zone. Jalissa Moreland says, "You are glowing as always. Very pretty." Thank you so much. Praise be to Allah. I appreciate that. And speaking of which, somebody asked me, and they've asked me this before, but recently somebody asked me about my skincare routine. And I do want to make like a real video on it. I know I keep saying I'm gonna do it. I will though, I will. But I want to say that for the last several years, I've been making my own moisturizing concoctions. Like I make my own oil blends as well as body butter blends. And yeah, you know, I am very into natural everything as much as possible. And so that this is that what's on my face, like my face being moisturized and all that good stuff, is because of the oils that I put together. And inshallah, I will be doing something with skincare in my future, um, because you know I've had several friends get some samples from me, and they like it. They can vouch for me that they work well and they smell good and stuff. So yeah. Jasmine said, "I'll say it with you, though you won't hear." Oh, thank you. Kill Sailor said, "I smell skincare money." Okay, I need all that. I need all my coins. Okay, whatever I do, inshallah. Yeah. Okay. So, um, I've never done this publicly, like in front of a lot of people, but don't judge my pronunciation and accent, okay? أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين. الرحمن الرحيم. مالك يوم الدين. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين. اهدنا الصراط المستقيم. صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. آمين. Well, there you have it, my Al-Fatiha. And inshallah, in the near future, I will do it, you know, melodically, but I need to really get into it and just allow it to flow. You know, I don't want to like sing it. I just want it to come out as it's meant to come out and just resonate with whoever receives it. Aw, peace. Look at all y'all praying with me. So I hope that was, I hope that sounded all right. I would like to learn more. And I would like to learn Arabic someday, inshallah. Jasper, matter of fact, he might be, the last time I checked, he was taking a nap. But I want to move on to another topic, and if anybody else on here has any comments, or if you have anything to say about what has been discussed already, please feel free to share your perspective or your comments on anything, or if you have any other topics or questions that you want us to go over and discuss, please feel free, because that's what this space is here for. So I'm going to move on to the next thing that was also given to me by my dear younger sister. And something that she had also been thinking about is trusting one another to do the right thing, helping one another to create an abode of peace here on earth, and how to make that a practical goal when there are so many distractions. You know, we have to do the best that we can to connect with like-minded people, people that want the same thing. And the distractions, I would say, there are a lot of them, as you said. The things that keep us divided, the different labels, but I think more than ever before, we are coming to see and understand that we are all we got. We are all we have in this world. I mean, Allah, but us. We have to know that the world that we're currently living in, the systems of government, these, societies are not, they ain't it. And they're unraveling before our very eyes. And as Muslims, even as Christians, as someone who is striving to be a righteous person, but I say Muslims and Christians because I'm thinking about what our goals are. What is the will of the divine? Thy kingdom come, thy will be done here on earth as it is in heaven. That's our goal. My sister said, helping one another to create an abode of peace here on earth. That's the kingdom. That's the kingdom of God. And that is his will. And his will be done. And we, as his servants, should be found striving to make that a reality. And we all have a purpose here. Many of us don't know. Maybe we haven't discovered it yet. Maybe we've gotten glimpses of it, hints. And sometimes we have these things that we're passionate about. We have things that we're just naturally very good at, and those are indications. Those are signs of what we were created to do and to be and to become. But the will of God, we all can contribute to that will, but our contributions don't all look the same because we're all unique. We all have different talents, skills, abilities, expertise, passion, experience. But if we work together collectively, then we can figure out how you can help me and I can help you, and we can help each other bring that reality into existence. Um, how do we make that a practical goal when there are so many distractions? Um, I think to make that a practical goal is to always keep it in mind because, in the world that we live in currently, some of us don't have the luxury to focus on that solely. You know what I'm saying? Um, we have to work, we have all types of other commitments, and we should honor our commitments, but find ways to work towards figuring out why we're here, and of course, seeking refuge in Allah, praying to Allah to help us to discover what it is that He put us here to do, and asking for His guidance and to continue to show us, to reveal to us more and more. And then be mindful as you live, as you go about your day, and pay attention to the different things, the different interactions you have, encounters, different opportunities that may come up, potential collaborations with people. Um, you know, we all, I'm sure, do not want to work for someone, don't want to work for the man anymore. But, in our current circumstances, that may be just what we have to do for right now. But while we're doing that, we should be planning and organizing, brainstorming on how we can eventually separate from that and do for self. And in doing for self, doing something that is of service to the people, beneficial to the people, and is something that would contribute to the divine will, something that is pleasing to Allah. And something that I always ask Allah is that I want my will to be His will. I want His will more than anything. I don't want to be so self-centered that the things that I want are not in alignment with Allah. I don't want that at all. I want to want what Allah wants. And so I ask Him to help me to do that. I ain't gonna sit here and flex like it's just so easy to want what He wants. Sometimes I don't even know what He wants. you know? Sometimes I do. Sometimes things are obvious, and other times it's like, I don't know what you want. I don't know what you want me to do. Please, Allah, show me. And He does. He does. In one way or another, He shows me through a conversation with someone. He reveals so much, and I just be like, Alhamdulillah. Because if you ask, He will answer. For those of you who may not pray, may not pray as much as you should or would like to, or maybe some of you who have never prayed, I don't know who's watching right now. I want to encourage you to try God. Try Him out. You want to know something, you want to gain clarity and understanding about something, about the direction in which you want to go. Ask Him. Ask Him. I can assure you that he will answer. But you gotta be patient and humble and mindful of the signs, because I can't say that I can predict how he answers. Somebody said earlier about unexpected ways. It be like that. It be like that. I expect to get an answer, but in the way that it comes, I have no idea. And it comes. I know that much. Okay. After Twilight, very nice Al-Fatiha, but Amin is not part of the surah and is actually a word a word used for worship of a pharaoh named Amun-Ra. The Egyptian used to genuflect his name with the word Amin. Amin was later introduced to Judaism, Christianity, and Islam by mischief makers. Oh, is that so? Well, that is not what I know. I was not taught that. Um, I could see, I know something about some ancient Egyptian comedic verbiage, and they even use the word dua. So if they use that word dua, is it wrong for us to use the word dua as supplication? Amin or amen at the end of a prayer, from my understanding, is like so and so it is. So I'm not aware of what it is that you shared with me, but thank you for sharing. White Fang 402 says, that's a great point. Makes me wonder how far would the average go for the sake of a friend if it means you would get possibly a bad rep in return, and how far is too much. Kinetic the Majestic, so be it. Right. That is my understanding of the term, of the word. So even if you would say it has a root in something else, I mean, where did you get that? Daryl says, why do we who have knowledge constantly try to invalidate or one-up one another? We got to rid ourselves of these traits as we ascend the ladder of higher knowledge and wisdom. I mean, yeah, I feel you, Daryl. As a Muslim, at the end of our prayers, we say Ameen. And, hold on. Oh, and that it has origins in Hebrew, biblical origins. Yeah. After Twilight, are you a Muslim, by the way? Just out of curiosity. Oh yeah, I don't think I touched on the first part of this particular topic, dealing with unity and trust. Well, I did a little bit. Trusting one another to do the right thing. Sometimes it's hard. It's hard. It's hard to trust people, especially if you have dealt with a lot of people that have shown you that they are not trustworthy and that they had ill intentions. The best thing you can do for that, I would say, is to pray. Pray to Allah to bring those type of people into your life, people that are trustworthy, and to also help you to discern that sort of thing when you meet with people, when you are with people. And just to be mindful when you are dealing with others in collaborative efforts, I would say put your trust in Allah first, because Allah is the only one that can be fully trusted. Yeah. I'm trying to think, do I have anything else to say on that? Does anybody else have anything to say on that? On the topic of how to trust one another to do the right thing. Um, if we have the same goal in mind, if we have the same core values, the same desires for freedom, justice, and equality, and we're working together to establish those things, then one would hope that who we are working with are trustworthy. But no matter what, you as an individual strive to be a trustworthy person. Making your word bond as much as possible. Doing what you said you were gonna do, being who you say you are, and no matter what, if you are a good person and you have good intentions and you move with that, even when people deceive you and do you wrong and things like that, it may offend you, it may hurt you, it may affect you in that moment, but it's really on them, and you gonna be all right. Trust. Trust and believe you gonna be all right. you know and yeah, for those who may have wronged someone or betrayed someone's trust, better get right with God. Better ask Allah for forgiveness. Repent. And I know we all at one point or another in our lives need that forgiveness, need that mercy. I mean, we all do. So let's see. Oh, you love my mug? Thank you. Did you read it? It says cats rule. I love cats. But what I don't love about this mug is that they don't got no black cat on here. How you gonna have all these cats and no black cat? I don't like that. But it be like that a lot. As you know, the stigma against black cats. I don't believe they're bad luck. They're good. They're blessings. Anyway. Let's see. After Twilight. Oh, you are a Muslim? Okay, cool. How do you end your prayers if you don't say Ameen? Oak Hill Sailor, I don't think that's possible because that would require telepathy. Call me cynical. I mean, yeah, the best thing you can do is you can pray to Allah, hope for the best, and be a good person. You know, when you are genuinely a good person, you would hope that good things will happen to you, and they do. And I know bad things or unfortunate things, seemingly unfortunate things, happen to good people. But, when a misfortune befalls a believer, what do we say? Do my Muslims know? Allah is my patron, and to him is my eventual return. So, no matter what, that is comforting for me. And fortunately, I haven't had to deal with much negativity in my life, regarding relationships and connections and working with people, and I'm really thankful. I had my share of that. I'm not saying it'll never happen, but I've been connecting with a lot of really beautiful people, and I'm just really appreciative and thankful for that. Speaking of which, my homegirl, I don't know if she's watching right now, but she was saying, how good it feels to be surrounded by good energy, especially during this time. And it's key. Like, you want to be around people that help to raise your vibration when you're around them. And you want to be that kind of person too. And I will say, prayer is one of the best ways to raise your vibrational frequency. Prayer as well as meditation. But when you pray, you can make your obligatory prayers, but make sure that you are giving thanks and praise. And when I make my own personal prayers, I think about all of the different things that I'm appreciative of in my life, and that really, I can feel how much it raises my vibration. And I want to say, when I make salat, there's something deep going on. There's something very scientific going on. I don't know how to explain it, but when I make salat, I can feel my heart, the energy center in my heart chakra, I can feel it like expanding when I make salat. I feel stuff going on in here as well, but in my heart, it's like my heart's just gonna burst open. Oh, okay. Let's see. D Love, you have a beautiful yellow aura around you. Ah, praise be to Allah. That's cool. I could see that. I do feel that my solar plexus is flexing right now. After Twilight, to learn the process of truth discovery, you need to learn Trivium. This will help you know who to trust. Broken Riku says, hi Zewdy, greetings. Oh my gosh, it's been an hour already. How does this happen? How does this happen? Okay. I also believe songs are ways to raise vibration too. Do you sing by yourself to raise your mood? Oh yeah, I do. And songs can raise your vibration and they can also lower it. It just depends on what it is you're listening to, the frequencies in the music, as well as the words, because words have power and sound has power. And it's deep. It's real deep. Thad, how you gonna come to the party an hour late? Talking about, yo. You owe me $1. I'm just kidding. You got 3 song requests. Okay. It's called Unveiling the Number 19, Queen. Are you talking about Mother Tanetta's column in the final call? Because I'm not sure what you're referring to. Because I'm familiar with that, but what made you bring that up? Okay. Hold on, I'm reading your comments, y'all. Okay. According to Quran 10:10, it teaches us to end our prayers with the words Alhamdulillah Rabb Alameen. You got 3 song requests, Oak Hill Sailor. D Love says, I feel the heart and stomach chakras, so I know the feeling. That said, man, look, I've been watching Twitch and forgot again. Oh, that feeling. Oh, okay. 1+1, Beyonce. Would you believe that's one of the songs I'm not super familiar with? I have some songs that I want to sing in mind. So, but I am curious to know what you all were thinking as far as your requests. Sleeping with a Broken Heart by Alicia Keys. Listen, y'all. I'm sorry, but there are some songs that I don't know well enough to sing. And those are two of them. So, okay, this is what I want to say. For the song requests, you can sing, I know you can sing. You can send them to me. I'm trying to think of the best way to do it. If y'all use Instagram or Twitter, you can send your song requests to me before Wednesday or before Wednesday, because that'll give me some time to consider and maybe learn a song that I don't know. I have a song in mind and it's kind of random, but I don't know. It was just on my heart for some reason. Maybe because Michael Jackson's birthday just passed, and happy belated. May Allah be pleased with him. But also Mariah Carey, I've been seeing a lot of her posts, and she also did this song. Oh yeah, I want to say that for whatever reason, YouTube demonetized my last video for the song that I sung, the Aaliyah song. And it's like, but I didn't play like the actual song in the video. Why are you demonetizing my video? And I don't be making a lot of money from these videos. Like, I would have to get thousands and millions of views to really make something from my YouTube. Like, at this point in time, I make pennies. So for them to demonetize my video, that was messed up. Like, come on, man. We in a pandemic. We in an economic crisis. You playing with my pennies. I need all my coins. When I say I need all my coins, I mean all my coins. So that was kind of disappointing. YouTube do be hating that. Like, YouTube really be hating. But you know something? It's okay. And we're in Zewdy's Zen Zone, okay? This is about peace and enlightenment, and we're not gonna let the haters take us out our element. You know what I'm saying? For real though, I ain't tripping. It's messed up, but I'm chilling. Oh, Angel of Mine, Fatima. You know, I actually sung that on my YouTube story the other day. Oh, I'm not gonna lie though. I'm a little concerned that if I keep singing in my videos, they're gonna keep demonetizing it, and that's kind of sad because it's like, dang, yo, dang. Yeah. Okay, so this is the song that I was thinking to do, and it's "I'll Be There," the Jackson 5s. Mariah did it as well. I'm just gonna do a snippet of it, and maybe I'll do "Angel of Mine" as well. You missed that verses. That verses was, it was good. At a certain point, it felt like it was kind of dragging along, but it was good to hear them songs and good to see them together. And, you know, growing up, when Zabib and I would sing "The Boy Is Mine," she would always be Brandy, because Brandy was her favorite singer growing up. And I liked Monica, so I didn't mind. I didn't mind being Monica. And I liked Monica's expression too, so that was fun. If Zabib was here, we could probably do "The Boy Is Mine" together. That would be kind of fun. Yeah. He said, I don't know, people been saying Monica is fake. You know, I don't know them personally, so I can't speak on whether she is or not. You know, they have their own lives, so you know, we're seeing something, right? We're watching something and we're perceiving it, but we could be misperceiving it for all we know. All I know is that I was very happy to see the both of them. And, you know, despite the issues they may have had at some point, that they were actually up there together. And overall, it was great. It was good for the culture. So I'm really happy. And I love my sisters. I love Brandy and I love Monica. All right. So I'll do Angel of Mine. I like that song. I used to do that in karaoke. When I first saw you, I already knew there was something inside of you. Something I thought that I would never find. Angel of mine. I look at you, looking at me. Now I know why they say the best things are free. Gonna love you, boy, you are so fine. Angel of mine. How you changed my world, you'll never know. I'm different now, you helped me grow. You came into my life, sent from above. When I lost the hope, boy, you showed me love. I'm checking for you, boy, you're right on time. Angel of mine. I love that song, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to the angel, know what I mean? Ah. I never knew I could feel each moment as if they were new. Every breath that I take, the love that we make, I only share it with you, you. I look at you, looking at me. Now I know why they say the best things are free. Checking for you, boy, you're right on time. Angel of mine. Oh, look, my mommy's in the building. Hi, mama. She's always sending me kisses. I feel so loved. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. I appreciate your presence, your contributions, your comments, your feedback, your time, your energy. I don't ever want to take it for granted. You know, you could be anywhere in the world. You could be doing anything with your time, but you're here with us in the Zen Zone. And I really do appreciate it. And I pray that you gained something from this conversation. I know that I did. And it's always a blast. And, you know, I love to connect with you all. And if you want to connect with me outside of YouTube, feel free to hit me up on Instagram, Twitter. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, I'm on Facebook too, but it's just a little different over there. I like to talk on Twitter more. I like that. But yeah. Okay, Thad, you better not be late next week or you're gonna owe me $2. Alright. Simone Sammy Romani. Hi. I'm actually like wrapping up, so I'm sorry if you just joined us, but I am getting out of here. Yeah, man, my family do be supporting me, and I really appreciate that. It's just a beautiful thing, and that's another thing that I never want to take lightly, you know, the support of my family. It means a lot to me, and I thank Allah for them every day, and I pray for their health and wellness and safety every day. Okay, well, if nobody else has anything to say, all hearts and minds are clear, then, you know, we can get up out of this thing, and you can connect with me on those other platforms. And yeah, I'll just wait a second to see. Thank you. You stay safe as well. Stay uplifted. Get your prayer on. Get your study on. And we are now exiting the Zen Zone. Thank you so much. I love you all. Until next week, peace.